The hardest thing to do is to be yourself. Mm-hmm. And it's what truly sets all of us apart from each other.
Yeah.
So it's a reminder to lean into that. Like, it's easy to get distracted by trends or by initiatives or comparisons or any of that. What is hard is to be yourself, even though that might be a longer road and it might be a little harder, but in the long run, you won't have that regret that we were talking about either, of constantly feeling like you're trying to fit into something as opposed to making something fit into your life. And I'm certainly have, like, I don't mean to word salad on you.
No.
I mean, I have actual, like, I will talk your ear off about it because it's so simple. But we just need constant reminding, and myself included, having gone through this process of having to sit down and talk about it for myself versus coaching somebody through it is now a different perspective that I have. So it is a tremendously complicated world for being rather simple.
Mm-hmm. Well, now I'm going to jump a little from where I was going to go, and we'll circle back. But because you spoke about trends and things like that and not having to follow them necessarily, I know I've struggled with this as an artist, is that I'm in my 30s. I'm not in my 20s. I didn't really jump into the TikTok era of it all and the reels of it all. And so it was difficult for me, and maybe this is some advice that you would give to a client that's more my age versus someone maybe who's in their 20s, that what works for somebody may not work for somebody else. And if you have a client coming to you saying, like, I feel really cheesy and stupid doing these reaction videos or these dancing videos or these lip syncing videos, how do you find the correct content that's going to work for an audience that you think would work for a specific client? So before I let you answer, like, my main thing that I looked at that I noticed was, like, for instance, Carrie Underwood. I know you don't work with Carrie Underwood. She's not one of your clients, but I remember for a while she started dipping into, like, wearing denim shorts and wearing rhinestones and stuff because it went with her album. Well, I went on her comments and she was getting roasted for it because it was, like, not what her audience thinks of her as. And so what works for Carrie is clearly not going to be, I'm never going to see Carrie get online and lip sync her songs and do dancing videos and reaction videos because she doesn't necessarily, one, have to, but two, that's not her age category. So how do you kind of work around that when you know that's what audiences are looking for these days?
Well, I think it's a little bit of the tail wagging the dog. Okay. So I don't know about you, but I feel like the artists that I love and I respect set trends. They don't necessarily follow them.
Okay.
And it's not a trend until it is, And I also don't hate the idea of tapping into trends either. Like, It is going to feel ridiculous lip syncing the first time. It's going to feel real stupid to do the dance. It's going to feel odd to do the fingers down, any of the trends. But sometimes it works. So my advice is that maybe you try it and you edit it. You might not deploy it live, but I also think that, like, having a strategy outside of trend jacking is super important. But truly, there's nothing wrong with having fun.
No. Yeah.
But there is also a bigger umbrella there for a brand, for an artist to say simply, is this something that is going to entertain the followers that I have? Or is this something that will, basically spur engagement, whatever your goal is? Or is this something that might bring new people to my following or expand my audience? If it doesn't fit into one of those buckets, why do it?
Right.
Like, why? Like, it's silly.
Well, absolutely. And I know, like, again, I can only speak for myself and I can't speak on anybody else, but I just know sometimes when I would do certain things, I would feel like this is so not me that it reads that way online.
Yeah.
But yet I felt still trapped because this is what everybody else is doing. And it feels like that's the only way to get views or to get something done. And I think that's where there is your role, I guess, would help tremendously.
Yeah. I mean, their comparison is rough, you know? And unfortunately, from the creative side, it's not just TikTok, right? Or Reels or whatever. It's also the type of music that's happening right now.
Sure.
It's also the look of certain people that seem to be more popular or, just more on the pulse of what's happening. Like there's all kinds of comparisons happening. Unfortunately, they all culminate on social media, and you can see it, and you're affected. If you're not affected by what people say about you, there's something wrong with you, right? Like that means you're a normal person that has emotions, and all of us have that. We just get better at identifying that we are feeling a certain way about it, and then we put guardrails up to protect ourselves, and we fail. Even as social media managers, we are deeply affected by some of the nastiest things you could ever imagine that we see said to human beings from other human beings. Okay. So we also have to take care of ourselves. But the day-to-day grind of sharing your life is open to interpretation, of course, by other people once you put it out in the world. So you got to be real proud of it when you make it, and you kind of have to disassociate from the results, that's the challenge. That's the challenge. And it's also like so easy as a human being to just hold on to the negative comment and not see that you probably have just as many positive comments or no comments at all, just likes, which is also really good. But then you're like, how come I don't have comments? So it's a delicate balance, and it's day to day. So it's dealing with human beings. So there's no algorithm that makes that easier than, one day to the next.
Sure.
So it's just a matter of like what works for you. But I would just say when it comes to trends, try it. And if you really hate it after it's done, then don't deploy it. But you might find that some of them are actually really fun.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And lighthearted, which I feel like we do need a little bit more of. But it is, as we say, it's not rocket surgery.
Yeah.